Hello everybody, YouTube land. Hope everyone's doing really good. It's a little warm here today. It's July something or other, July 17th, day 66 for me on hormones. This video, my voice is going to be a little shoddy because I just did the voice training 5 video, and so my voice is going to crack, and I don't know how the subject matter is going to make me act. I might crack. But over the weekend, there was apparently a YouTube veteran who transitioned and they killed themselves. And I don't know their name. But I wanted to just make a quick video about suicide. Probably not the first video, definitely not the last. But, you know, she was the second person that I know of who, much like I'm doing, made a series of videos and was very candid and honest about the process. And again, I have to admit my own ignorance. I've never watched one of her videos, okay? But there was someone else, and I started to watch their videos, and then it turns out they killed themselves, and I had to stop watching it. So, you know, I guess I wanted to make a video that's like, you know, to go through this process and we can't go to the store. I can't go to Walgreens and buy a bottle of transgender tonic, okay? I mean, to do this process is years in the making and years in the doing. You know, we seek therapy, we talk to people, if we're lucky, we find a support group. We know that we're not alone. And, you know, these two women transitioned. I mean, they looked good. Of course, I'm being judgmental, right? But they completed their transition. I know one of them did surgery and everything. I mean, that's not cheap. But for them to have made it, like, to the point that I want to get to, maybe having surgery and, you know, pray that I look half as presentable as they did. I'll be lucky. It kind of is a little disheartening that they killed themselves. You know, life has its ups and downs, and certainly for the transgender folk, you know, we all have our dark days. But that's true of life anyway. I mean, you could be perfect and you would still have an off day. So, but I just wanted to, again, just kind of comment that, you know, if I feel like I'm going to kill myself, I'm going to go see somebody. I'm going to get help. And my hope is that if you're watching this video and you are transgender or not, you will go get help. There was a very wise woman who I met when I was going to school in Atlanta who said to me, she said that, you know, in life you have problems, you have obstacles, you have things that are right or wrong, or, you know, you feel wronged, depression or whatnot. She said, and there are some things that are either white flag or red flag. I can't remember what color she used. We're going to do white flag. There are things that we have that are white flag issues, okay? Things that are not minor problems, such as transgenderism, feeling like you're going to kill yourself, okay, abuse, rape, being molested as a child. These are all white flag issues. When you think about killing yourself, or the alternative of killing yourself sounds attractive, that should put a white flag up in your mind, okay? And that's when you go get help, okay? And it's a shame to think that these two trans women, among several, were so depressed and felt so sad that the idea of death was a positive alternative for them. But I'm not really in favor of saying, you know, you should never kill yourself, you should never, for someone to tell someone else, not to kill themselves, it's like telling someone who's sad, cheer up. Well, thanks. That just you saying be happy makes me so much better. I'm not very good at sarcasm, but, I think if it helps to talk, it helps to have a community, I guess. But, how rare is it to find someone who you can talk to or to have someone readily there? Facebook is great for that instantaneous, but, you see someone says, I had a rough day, and then someone hits the like button, it's, it's like it means nothing. I mean, it's thank you for hitting your button, but, pick up the phone and say, hey, Robin, I noticed you're a little sad. How about we get together and, go have a cup of coffee or, reach out. Do more than just hit the like button. But, that's my own pet peeve. Kind of like, someone sends you a picture of, a mutilated cat and they're like, oh, pray for my cat. You're like, hit your like button. And I guess it makes you feel better if you hit your like button, but volunteer at your shelter or reach out to that person. But that's my own pet peeve. But anyway, so again, back to the idea of suicide. I found myself in a situation once that, I had said to someone, that I was, maybe I should just go kill myself, and they immediately, kind of overreacted. And before you could say banana split, I was the guest of the state for a short period of time while they observed me, put me on a watch, made sure I was not suicidal, and I guess bless their heart they did. I'm here today. But, again, talk to the person, But I think it's, it's indicative of just how powerless, I guess, we feel. We have that ability, when things are dark, or we don't feel like we have the option, And I think that's, people kill themselves. They feel like there is no other option. And they choose not to carry the burden that they have. Again, I think about these two trans women who, seemed so successful. And one of them, I mean, I remember her videos of encouragement and positivity, and, she, I got to see her go from being, someone much like myself who was not on hormones and knew they wanted to do something, and then they go through the whole process, and 4 years down the road, they seem so successful. And they, as I alluded to earlier, they looked really good and, had a female body and a female mind, and, you know, they just weren't happy. So, I don't really know if there's a happy ending to this story, other than just to say, or this video rather, other than just to say that, please do yourself a favor and get help. I do have one thing. Hold on. I had mentioned that I was guest of the state being observed, and while I was sitting there in bed, I don't think I was strapped to the bed. Maybe I was. I don't remember. I wasn't going anywhere, okay? They actually had a guard watching me, okay? This was at the hospital. And the security guard at the hospital who was watching me, he looked over and he said, you don't mind me asking, why would you want to kill yourself? And I said to him, I said, well, because I'm a woman on the inside and I feel like I can't do anything about it. And he just kind of nodded. And I expected him to kind of go, oh, you're screwed or whatever. But he looked at me and he said, well, if you truly believe that you are a woman on the inside, and you know there are things you can do to make you a woman on the outside, how is killing yourself going to achieve that? I thought about it. I said, well, that makes sense. And the caveat to that is that no matter how we feel like it's not possible, or we feel like we have so many challenges against us, and we're not going to make it. If we kill ourselves, then we basically are 100% not going to make it. Okay? A person can be in prison and feel like they have nothing, but there's a chance that they're going to get out of prison and do something. Okay? The same way that we, in our situation, have a chance, however remote. But if we take our lives, then we have no chance. You see what I'm saying? If you play a game, you roll a dice, you're going to get a number. You have a chance. Okay? Let's say that you're playing Sorry or Parcheesi, or let's say Sorry, and to get to your base you need a 6 or a 2 or a 4. When you roll the dice, you have a chance, right, of that number coming up. You may have to roll it a couple times, but there's always a chance. And the more you roll it, the more likely you'll get your number, right? When we kill ourselves, we're basically taking that dice and throwing it away. We can't roll the dice anymore. We have no chance. And the only person that's going to do that is us. And I guess that's kind of the takeaway, maybe, for this video is, suicide is the absolute, we will have no chance. So keep that under consideration, All right, I'm just about out of time. So good luck, and we'll keep on going. All right, bye.